It's Alabama who actually comes out first. His big game pedigree speaks for itself. It's this snap piece of it, and it's also holding up against this defensive front. Connor Talty to boot it away. Typically his kicks are not returned, and this one will not be either. Stable of talented backs. Quick pitch to the edge. Zachariah Branch is the dominant weapon of this team, and his speedster rips off a big gain. Keon Sabb drove him out. Frazier hit and dropped behind the line. Flying through was Jordan Renaud. He's got to step up big. LT Overton the start. Need just 3. Watsir Brooks has the handoff. Dogs close in, and they'll drop him for a loss. Ellis Robinson got there in a hurry, and no third down conversion for the Tide to open this game. Once again, it's third and extra long for the Dogs here. Stockton to Cash Jones underneath, and he makes a good effort, but he's going to come up a yard short of the first set at the 39. Hill Green knocked him down. Two-back look. That's Bernard to the left of Simpson. And they fake it to him, and getting met in the hole and driven back. Gabe Harris colliding with Simpson. He'll lose a yard. Don't look away with punts and field goals. Special teams plays. There's a rich history in the SEC championship game. Right on cue. Georgia with the block. Bouncing around and fielded inside the 25. Kirby Smart had a feeling a special teams play would come into play tonight. And getting his hand on it was Cole's spear.
Good call. He comes clean. Nobody touched him. Heck of a job there to just take it right off the foot of the punter. Look at that. They had a couple guys there on that left side. He's able to come through. Kirby 17-0 when he blocks the kick. Can the offense take advantage of great field position at the Bama 21?
As they're set up on the edge of the red zone here. Frazier makes a cut inside, and Frazier, good to see him back up and healthy after the big shot. Plows inside the 10, first and goal, picked up 14. First one of the situational red zone trips tonight. She'll be so decisive. Bell takes a handoff, fights down near the goal line. He'll be knocked down a yard short. They fake it to McCray, and Joker, touchdown! Georgia strikes first off the block punt. Roderick Robinson.
And the looks that he gives you, the fullback, he's really a running back lined up as a fullback, lost his footing initially, but with that 13 personnel, third and goal at the 1, Bobo gives him a look. Look how fired up he is after that call. He gave him a look as a run.
Field, along with Caleb Edwards, the tight end. Pressure comes, Simpson gets it out, and it's Ryan Williams who makes the catch and is still going. Number 2 is loose and will just tap dance out of bounds in Georgia territory. He caught the ball in traffic and evaded the tackle.
Straight route, little whirly route back to the inside, then back outside, and then even though he's not the biggest guy, about 178 pounds, boy, is he lethal.
Simpson looking that direction, now back across the middle, high throw, intercepted. Picked off. Dalen Everett with the Dogs with a stiff arm. Takes it back into Alabama territory. A flag down at the end of the play. But the Dogs with the first takeaway. Looked like KJ Bolden may have gotten a piece of that.
And a heck of an effort. What a job by Dylan Everett to be able to catch that football.
So the Savage pads.
Kind of a turn of events. Bama's defense put in some very tough situations.
Tempo Kirk here on third down. Dealt out there on the edge, and Stockton diving, and it's a first down. Frazier again, weaves his way through heavy traffic, just keeps those feet moving, keeps churning, and gets help from his buddies. He gets shoved for a first down to the Alabama 35, picked up 11. 34 of those came here against Tech 8 days ago. That time, met in the backfield. Bowens driven back by big Tim Keenan. Stockton under center.
Back over on the right side. They're going heavy right.
Sneak and a first down. So they convert on fourth. Frazier can take a punch. We know that. From the pocket. Deliver. Bell. Down the middle. Dylan Bell stretches to the 4. Dogs on the doorstep. For this first and goal play. Frazier. No. Hit for a loss. Quick penetration by big James Smith. Branch is in the slot. So is Lawson Lucky, and now Zachariah comes across in motion. Surveying, end zone, touchdown! Dylan Bell! And the Dogs with a long march to build their lead.
And he's got a two-way because of where he's lined up. He's lined up against the safety and go left or right. Gives him just enough of a head fake there at the top of that route.
Try to feature the pass game more. They have so many effective weapons who can make plays. And this is Sutterstep, Ryan Williams. That little move got the Georgia guys frozen, and he got around the edge. So dangerous. Missed tackle by Danilo Jones. Another chunk play, 21. It can be hard to corral. He's effective with his stiff arm. Let's see again where that foot went out on the paint. That hat kind of obscures it. Looks like he may have stepped out of bounds. We'll bring in Bill Lamagna to see if his keen eyes can determine. It was a first down anyway, but that looks like it is out of bounds there, Bill.
After video review, the runner stepped out of bounds at the 38-yard line. It'll be 1st and 10, Alabama at that spot.
Simpson batted down to the line. Reaching up and swatting that away was Quintavious Johnson.
Rankings came out, and now we'll wait to see what happens tomorrow.
Bell on the handoff, and Dylan Bell! Ooh, dangerous. Found a crease. Burst forward for 12 and a first down. Bunch of Tide players leaning forward. A lot of them back out. Stockton throws downfield, and maybe he was confused by that look. Zachariah Branch was on the route, but a miscommunication there. Williams in motion, has the handoff. Spin move. Ryan Williams still eludes people. He's got to jump in his step even more so than usual tonight. Only need 2 on this third down. Feels important. Oh, it's a low throw. Daniel Hill was out there. You want to make it a much more accurate throw when it's a running back in the pattern. Simpson knows that one's on him. Georgia would love to build on this lead before then. Branch, tunnel screen, breaks free. Zachariah Branch, much like Williams on the other side, once he gets a couple steps, it's hold your breath.
Against him.
Bell on the perimeter, one-on-one, and wrestled down. Good tackle by Damani Jackson.
Better than anybody else at this point. So they just need to show a pulse here and start competing and get back into this game.
Bowens is dragged down. It's not easy to tackle him in the open field, and that was a nice play by Justin Hill to
defender. And now Alabama's just going to shut it down.
No running game. This 18 yards. Before that, kneel down. And 71 total yards of offense. The Dogs defense suffocating. Touchdowns set up by a block punt and an interception. See if they can finish the job. Play fake on first down. Simpson on the move. He's got Latsir Brooks.
I mean, look at that.
Talented wide receiver, but nowhere to run as Rashawn Dinkins ran him out.
To get rid of the football.
It's a 366-pound tackle getting shoved back into the quarterback. Third down has been a problem. It's a problem here. Simpson's going to be sacked. Ja'Cory Thomas, safety blitz. The Dogs defense starts the third quarter the way they started the game.
I mean,
brilliance of Smart and Glenn Schumann, but this was a team that was diced up by Tennessee. Ole Miss, Alabama in the first game, and has been suffocating. Zachariah Branch has room to run. Branch dives down near the Alabama 40. And Georgia set up in beautiful position after the sack.
Playing their best ball late in the year.
Stockton pump fakes, now checks it down, and quick short completion to Frazier.
Playing with a lot of confidence.
Stockton, Branch, known for his electric big plays, makes a short gain. Georgia playing with a little tempo now, trying to build momentum. Pump fake. Stockton. Sideline route. Catch made by Lawson Lucky. Everything working for Mike Bobo in the offense right now. It's 1st and goal. Frazier on 2nd and goal. Off the left side. Touchdown, Dogs! Perfect start to the second half for Georgia. Sack, force a punt, short field, punch it in.
Blocked by London Humphrey, 16. He'll come in, he'll come around it. But look at the 2 tight ends on the play side. Both Lawson Lucky and Oscar Delp. They kind of sealed the edge to the inside. And then Humphrey's coming over.
And 5. Little confusion. There was no one to hand the ball off, and he just slides down. Wow, things are getting worse by the second. Simpson looking to launch from the end zone. Underneath. Pritchett, long way to go. The tight end is going to be knocked down well short of the first down. And that Dogs defense with Chris Cole making the stop.
See if he comes in now.
Team as beat up as any in the country. Now trying to get after Stockton, who escapes. And Gunnar Stockton slips out of traffic. Tide rush only 3. Stockton across the middle. You knew he was going to have time. 8 dropped in coverage, though. The completion to Bell is short. Dogs up showing pressure. Simpson just desperate to convert one of these. Hill bounces off a tackle. Where did he go out of bounds? They're going to mark him short.
He's short. Thomas having a heck of a game, playing through some pain. He's going to be short.
4th down again.
I would love to keep track of how many yards Alabama has after a catch on the entire night, because it's not very many. When they make a completion, there is an
3rd and 13. Jones checked down, has some space, but again, he's just not going to get there. They're playing off him. These 3rd and longs against these defenses just almost impossible. You see how they do in the playoff. Can't wait to see them match up against the Big Ten or SEC team. That's what they've wanted. Wide open. Check it down to Caleb Edwards, the tight end. Very rarely has an Alabama receiver caught a pass with open space around him. Pressure comes. Simpson swallowed up. Quintavious Johnson. That relentless pass rush tonight.
After the play, personal foul, unnecessary roughness, defense, number 15. 15-yard penalty will be added to the dead ball spot. 1st down, Alabama.
Very costly.
That's on Chris. Chris, I just want to show you the importance. You see it all the time.
That dead ball foul gives Alabama a 1st down to the 45. Simpson, ball batted in the air and caught. Edwards on the carom as the ball just kind of fluttered into his hands. Bama needs every break they can get. Back foot throw, trying to loft it to Williams, who was tackled. And Georgia, it'll be another penalty on Danilo Jones to bail out Alabama. He didn't see the football, which was way
Pass
underthrown.
interference. Defense.
The ball, this time it's C.J. Allen in his face. That's why there's nothing on the ball. And how often do you see it? The corner that gets out of phase. Ball's underthrown. Williams trying to work back.
Pressure again. Lofted toward the end zone. Williams could not come up with it. Defended by Ellis Robinson. Would have been a good catch, but a play they needed to make. He's had 8 drops on this season. That's a lot. 3rd and 5. Underneath, it's Bernard, who never drops the ball. Working free. Jeremy Bernard still running. He will score. Touchdown, Alabama on the board, finally.
You got to just find different ways. This time they use motion. Try to get him into the screen, the middle screen. That play right there on K.J. Bolton, the stiff arm. And then Dalen Everett, another stiff arm. 4th quarter, doing a good job.
Stockton on the move on 1st down. Sideline pitch. And Branch works his way back and dives forward for a 7-yard gain. Need 4 on 3rd down. Keep the drive going. Trying to scramble for it. not going to get there. He was closed down. Keenan made the tackle. Rusa got there and forced the issue. Hill moves back in to perhaps block the blitz. Simpson flips it out, drops. Caleb Edwards, the tight end, big shoes to fill. Josh Cuevas just can't go and keep hope alive. Got to have two here. Long throw, no chance. Bernard was intended receiver. Pressure came again, but that was way off target, and the Dogs will take over in the red zone.
And a long, low percentage throw. Peter, great play there.
Branch trying to find some space and scores! The Dogs deliver the dagger.
Hey, Kane Womack's first thing he said is we've got to leverage the football, especially when Zachariah Branch has it. We can't give him space. Pretty good effort here by the block by 7, Lucky, but watch his instincts right there. Foot in the ground, stop and start, and then the acceleration. As good as anybody, if not the best in the country. Played well in his absence.
Redshirted last year, spot duty, sparing duty really in his redshirt freshman year. And there's Bernard, the kind of play they needed in that fourth down that you just showed. Gainer out across the 40, picks up 16. Simpson, and they work hard to find Edwards, who releases late. Simpson has some space. Can he get the edge? He could not escape Zayden Walker, the young edge rusher. 2 plays to get the yardage. Short throw, Bernard. And it's a second throw downfield to Daniel Hill. A trick play. Hill rumbles downfield into Georgia with the pass and then the lateral across the field.
That's incredible. They brought 6. Once again, Simpson gets hit. They brought one more than they could handle, so he gets hit. What a job by Bernard, who was a Wildcat quarterback in high school.
Dogs looking for one more big defensive play to punctuate this performance. Pressure comes. Simpson stays alive, has to make something happen on fourth down. Spins away, heaves to the end zone. Oh, bounced right off the chest of Bernard. Somehow that ball found its way to number 5, but he couldn't come up with it.
Yeah, that ball, it was just
a little tenuous.
Yeah.
Noon Eastern time tomorrow on ESPN is that reveal. Here's Bowens. Chauncey Bowens spins out across the 30.
And it feels like the top 4 seeds.
State of Georgia, Rabun County High School. He retired his jersey earlier this year. And now he's going to be an SEC champion quarterback for the Georgia Bulldogs. The Dogs move on to the playoff. Exclamation point to their SEC campaign. And let's hear from Kirby with Holly.
You want this, you got that. No way, watch them walk.